Hi there and welcome to Andy Robinson RC. Cheers for checking the channel today and joining us for this episode. Okay, as you can see, what's on the table, but we've got this brand new BT-01 chassis just released with the Peugeot 306 Maxi body that again was they originally did this one way back when now in the 90s with the on the FF02 chassis, and it was with the World Rally Car WRC livery on it. Now I can't remember exactly what year that it came out originally. I do know that I bought one when it first came out on the FF02 chassis, which essentially was a lengthened MO3 chassis. There's a little story there as well. Now, originally, I'd saving up to buy a Team Associated RC10B2 that had been like an ex-racer's buggy, and I really wanted it, and I thought, oh, I'll get that. Anyway, what happened is I was a bit impatient because still am actually, but I was a bit impatient, and then back in the day, I went down to town with my mate and we went to BT's, and they just got in the 306s on the FF02 with the WRC livery. So I decided not to buy the B2. Later on, I would regret this. Anyway, I bought the Peugeot kit and I built that up. Now, when I came to painting up that body shell, as I've told you before, especially with my yellow MO1 Mini, I liked fluorescent colours, neon colours and really bright colours. So again, I would never paint it that colour again, but in my ultimate wisdom, I decided to paint it neon orange. Now, if I can find a photograph of it, I'll upload it at some point. But yeah, I did it in neon orange, and yeah, I don't think I had that car very long. I must admit, I always preferred the FF01 chassis compared to the FF02. I was never really a big fan of the MO3 chassis either. I mean, they handle better than the MO1s, but I actually preferred the MO1. But I think that's probably more the fact that was my one of it was the first new Tamiya that I'd ever bought, so it's probably had rose tinted glasses a little bit. But yeah, so that's when I've had the Peugeot 306 Maxi before in the past. But bringing us back up to sort of more modern times. Now, we've built a couple of these on the channel already. In fact, we've done 3. Either an MB-01 or the BT-01. We've done the Fiat Abarth Berliner Corsa, the T1000, and we did that. That was on the MB-01. I think that was the first car they released on the MB-01 chassis, so we did that. And then I did the Toyota Celica on the BT-01. And then the one I did after that was back to the M chassis, and I did the Citroen DS 21. So we did them, and I say MB-01, BT-01, essentially the same chassis and combinations. You can have, just they make the platform longer. Anyway, so I will put some links into the video description if you want to check them out, because we're not doing an unboxing on this because you can see it is a rolling chassis pretty much already. So yeah, I didn't bother doing an unboxing for this one because I've done 3 of these, and all within the space of probably, I don't know, a year or so. So yeah, I just thought, well, I'll just build it up, we'll get it all done, and then on the next video we'll be driving it. So as you can see, besides this, I've also started on the bodywork, and I wanted to do a Peugeot colour. We've gone for black. Well, obviously lots of cars are black, but My mate Steve sent me the paint codes for the Peugeot 306 Maxes, and the ones that really stood out to me, I didn't want a metallic colour, but the one that really stood out to me was the Sahara Gold, or basically it was a yellow. And I thought, ooh, I do like the yellow. They use that on quite a lot of the cabriolets, but I did see some, obviously normal hatchback style in that colour, and that was going to be what I was going to do. I was going to do it all yellow, and then it was going to have the white rims, and then the sort of the decals, or some of the decals that had been bought in the kit, which I will show you in a minute. But things changed. As of this morning, I went to see what paint I'd got in stock, and I did have some yellow, but it's probably half a tin, and I also had some camel yellow, probably a quarter of a tin of that. So I decided, even if I use both cans, and I'd use the camel yellow to sort of back the normal yellow, I don't think it'd have worked, and I probably would have ran out of paint. So, and I didn't have time to go and get any more paint today because I haven't got the car available today. And I don't really want to have to buy another can of paint. So, the other colour option I went for was Onyx Black. I was in the solid colours that they put on the Peugeot 306, Onyx Black. So obviously the Tamiya aren't going to do Onyx Black as such, but I went for a kind of black PS5, and I had that in stock. So there we go. The body is painted. Got to just tidy up some edges, get it cut out, get the decals on, and whatnot, detail it, and it'll be done. And then I've got to find a servo and receiver for this. So I just wanted this video really to show you where we're up to with it, and what I'm doing with it. Now, chassis wise, it isn't standard. Not often my builds are, or very standard anyway. So what have I done to this? It's very much like the MB-01 that I built, except with it being longer. You see, that was another thing as well. I was actually going to plan to put the Peugeot 306 body on my TA04 and use it on that. But I thought, well, it'd be cool, but it's a front-wheel drive car, really, and I suppose you should keep it front-wheel drive. So I thought, go on then, I'll build up the chassis and we'll have it as a front-wheel drive car. So that's why it's built up now. And what have I done to it? Well, of course, I've put bearings in throughout the whole thing, because it's always a good idea to. And then, like I did with the Abarth that I did, I've got the Yeah Racing motor plate and motor heatsink, the output bearing holder that goes to the prop shaft, that's in blue alloy. We've got the fan mount there at the side for keeping the motor cool. I've got that one as well. I was really impressed with that. I've had that on, I think, all three of the BT-01s I've done, or at least two of them, and I quite like the fan. So I put one on again, and I got the alloy servo mount. It's also got the alloy steering rack, because the kit one's pretty rubbish. And if you don't get those kingpins in properly through the bell cranks to the steering bridge, then it's all really sloppy. So I went and put the alloy one set on as well. And lying around from another build I'd had done, and I've taken these off. In fact, I got these off Steve as well. Are these blue alloy shocks? I'm not sure if these are what make they are. They might be an older style of Yeah Racing shock. I don't know, but we put them on as well. So we've got some proper oil shocks rather than the Peugeot friction shocks. So yeah, so that's what's been done. As I say, there's plenty of videos out on this now, with the various chassis, various configurations you can do it in. and you know, the foibles and faults of the car. But to say this particular one, it was all about the body shell, because it's cool. I don't even like Peugeots really in real life as such. I'm not like a, you know, a big French car fan, but I do like the odd thing like the Fiat Abarth and the that's Italian. Sorry, ignore that. Fiat Abarth, you idiot. I meant to say Citroen 2CV. So I like things like the Citroen 2CV. That's cool. I like them. So yeah, I like odd things like that. But generally, I've never been a massive fan of Peugeot or anything like that. But there you go, it doesn't really matter. But this does look absolutely brilliant as an RC car. And I liked it back, as I said, when I bought the FF02 variant years ago. And so I thought we'd get one again, because it's a lot of people will probably like this body shell that they've brought it back. I do believe they are bringing it back as just the body set as well. So at some point you might be able to get the body set for it. But anyway, I wanted to do the whole car. So yeah, marvellous. So that's where we're at with it today, and later on today I shall be hopefully finishing the body up. Now, there we go. There are your decals. Not tons of them. Some of them are going to be a little bit lost on this because some of the trim work is black. So yeah, some of it will be a bit lost in that sense. I will cut them out and try and put them on, but if they don't really make any difference, I'm not going to bother putting them on. And then you've got obviously the Peugeot Sports stickers, some of the rally decals, headlights and stuff like that. You can see it on here as such. So I think it'll look quite nice when it's done. Yeah, so that's the plan, and that's where we're at. So, well, I'll just put that up. There you go. That's where we're up to so far, which is pretty cool. And then again, once we've got it all finished off, it'll be going out for a bit of a blast. Now, I did say probably on my other video that it's going to be the turn of that M01 Mini Cooper that I'm building a replica of the one I had when I was younger, but because that's you know, not a new thing, and the last couple of builds have been new cars that have come out or new releases, then I've been carrying on with them. So I'm afraid that Mini is still demoted further down the down the list of cars, but it will get built at some point, and obviously it's going to be after this one now. But yeah, I haven't forgotten about it. I still want to do it because I had one of them when I was younger. So, but there you go, that's where we're at with this build anyway. So I thought I'd just give you a quick update with it. Because I don't think I can't remember if I expressed that I was getting this or not. I think I'd asked Paul at Inside Line to get me one in, and then sort of like kind of forgot about it really. So, speaking of which as well, big thanks to Paul at Inside Line Models for sponsoring this video. Massive thanks and much appreciated as always. So don't forget to go and check Inside Line Models out at www.insidelinemodels.com, and you can get 5% off your next web purchase, in-store purchase, using discount code AndyRC25. That's AndyRC25, and I will put all of the info in the video description. So I think I've probably covered most of what I wanted to cover in this one. It was only meant to be a shortish video. So hopefully the next time you see this, it'll be ready to be giving it a run. And that's actually the only other thought I had though, and I could well change my mind, is that because it probably wouldn't be a car that I'd keep, but I was toying with the idea of entering it into the stock class for a series at our local club and run it and see how well I can do with it. Nearly pretty much everyone uses a four-wheel drive. This is front-wheel drive, so I'd be interested to see that. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. Now, technically it'd be illegal at our club because you have to have a stock chassis, with the exception of like bearings and oil shocks, but we've got all this alloy stuff on there, so I'd have to run for no points because you all run torque tuned motors in the cars, so that's the same. This has got a torque tuned in as well. So I don't know, I might do that. And the other thing is, if you're wondering why there's a Tamiya RC not in it, I actually gave that to a friend of mine for racing last week, the Blue Speedo. So the Speedo out of this, I donated to her truck, so she could carry on racing at the club. And then I'll get one at some point. She's going to buy us one back at some point. So for now, I've just put in this little LRP AIV2, which is cool. So it's got a 16 turn motor limit, I think. So that's fine. So I'll just put that in there for now. And it's very nice and small and compact. This was actually a channel donation as well when we got the three-wheelers on the show. So it's very glad I kept that. So yeah, good stuff. Right, definitely going now. Cheers for checking this one out. Much appreciated always. And I shall see you all soon on the next video. Take care and see you later. Bye.